Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 11, and in this Let's Play we are playing the water scenario from the Eden project, and so far we've made reasonable progress. The problem is we are still trapped in Xerax territory and life is pretty interesting. And what I did after the end of the last video was started making the components for an HV. I also swam down here just to see what's around. I did find a base in here which hasn't shown up on the radar. There's also something in there. I'm not exactly too sure what that is. Maybe that's just an aberration of the map. But I also found this area down here, and I've marked it as islands question mark because when I got to here I could see islands on the horizon. But what I want to do in this part is knock together a hover vehicle so that we can start to get out and explore. You see the temperature's quite hot as well, 51 degrees. That's a little bit high. So what we're going to do is just get into here. I've already made most of the components. I've got the Phoenix frond in there, not that it's going to save that much weight. I think what we can do is put this in here. We've got the generator, just this over here. And what we got here, I want a small constructor. I don't think I'm going to get much more in here, am I? Oh, great. So I think we'll start with that. And oops, I should have put this on the toolbar. And I'm going to emphasize straight away, this is going to be a very basic hover vehicle. I need to keep an eye out for the patrol vessel because with my luck I'll probably be halfway through the build and the patrol vessel will show up. This area here is not exactly that flat. Kind of trying to think of the best place to drop this down. Actually some plant protein there, just going to go and grab that. What I'm going to do is make sure, let me just get this in, what we're going to go for. What I'm looking for is something with the maximum number of hit points and over elegance. I think we're just going to go with that. What I want to do is just shove that cockpit in front like that. And just gonna, I sound nervous, it is, because I'm absolutely, you know, I think we just get rid of that oxygen bowl so we can put all this in. And I think we'll start with the constructor. I want that in the core because it's 3 blocks long. What I want to do is leave a little bit of a gap between that and the cockpit because we're going to have to put a container extension and a fridge in here. And we'll put the generator like that, and no, that's not the generator. This is the generator. The other one's the fuel tank. So I'm just going to put this here. Luckily, we've got the ability to retrieve blocks. We've got the multi-tool. I mean, if you haven't got access to a multi-tool, mistakes like I've just made can be very costly. Because the only option you've got then is to salvage. So if you're building one of these without a multi-tool, be very carefully or try and do. I'm just going to retrieve this block, this block, this block, and this block. I haven't got the. And the other thing I'm also doing at the moment is I'm kind of ignoring the CPU requirements at the moment. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll put that up there. Simply because I'm working on the assumption that even the CPU will allow you to make a very simple ship. I don't think we can get more than 500, so we're gonna have to go with that. Yeah, I mean, if what I'm putting together here breaks the CPU limits, we will check. If that actually breaks the CPU limits, then, well, CPU is going to be a real headache because I don't think what I'm building now couldn't be any more basic if I tried, to be honest. Right. I think we'll put one there. Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to be built for combat. I want 1, 2, 3, 4. I think maybe we'll put this on there. I like to spread the lift engines out a little bit, simply because I want this to be fairly stable, and believe it or not, that should be the absolute basic requirements. Oh no, how am I talking about? I haven't got thrusters. I'm not putting an RCS on for obvious reasons, because RCS is quite heavy with the necessary, what we call it, effect on CPU. Plus I want to try this out without the RCS on, just to see how it will fly. When if it doesn't fly very well, then we will be putting RCSs on it. Famous last words. My instinct is to put a lateral thruster there, lateral thruster there. Put one there, one there. I think that will work. Again, I'm a little bit nervous about putting these thrusters on because, of course, there's the new aerodynamic mechanic as well. Thank you, game. I always wanted to build in the rain. So we've now got left, right, and all that. What we'll do is we'll just put, or should I put it there? I think we'll put on top of the thrusters. I mean, there is a potential impact with the cockpit having the thrusters next to it, but in theory that is the absolute minimum for a hover vehicle. So if we go into here, and what we'll do is we'll just auto group so I can see what I'm doing, and just come into here, manage fuel. I've got a little bit of fuel, so we'll drop that in. Quick check round, no, and we're just going to see if it's going to fly. Thrusters are on. And, oh, I got power on. No, power's off by default. Well, we've got liftoff. We can fly. Just move a little bit closer. I don't want to wander too far because the last thing I want to do is attract the attention of the Epsilon towers. And we got maneuverability. So quick look. Yeah, I think this will work. I'm just going to drop down again. As I say, I don't want to hang around here too long, but I do want to make a few changes because I do want to take some stuff with me, and to do that it's going to require to make a few things. So I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to need, now I don't have a lot of space for building stuff, so we're going to have to, we've got some there, we're going to need some stone dust and some carbon substrate. I'll put in some of this stuff as well. And I've got a mechanical component. And I'm just going to come here, devices, constructor, access. And we're going to put in that into cargo box. So we've got that area there. Cargo box 1, this is where okay. Oops, I could have gone in. Right, what do I need? I certainly need a detector. We gotta be kidding me. Nanotubes, what's up with construction queue? 1, new building. Power on. Oh no, I haven't switched the power off. That's sorry about that. Failed the intelligence test. Right, we got that building. Why is it telling me that I can't make nanotubes? Carbon substrate. What is stone dust? I thought I'd pick some stone dust up. Oh, it's still in there. And they say what they say: more haste, less speed. So I'm just going to put that in hover vehicle, and I'm just going to at this constructor. When you make fridges, make sure you build the right one, because in this constructor you can still get the CV fridge. I want the HV fridge. I'm just going to hook out. Now this could be a little bit tricky, because what I want to do is press this gap underneath. Yeah. Sometimes when it's close to the ground, this detector... Oh, it's gone in. Thank you. We've got the detector on board. I'm not sure if I've actually unlocked the what we call it. No, I haven't. So we need the container controller and the container extensions. We got there. So I'm going to unlock the ammo and the Gatling gun, but I'm not going to put weapons on this at the moment. Ooh, fridge. What I'm thinking is to actually now I'm going to put the fridge back here. Actually, we've now got that area there, and what I want to do is get enough storage on this thing in order to be able to get mobile. So, all constructor, and this is where life gets a bit interesting. I want the ammo controller. I want the one of those, and I think we're going to make about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll make 11. Okay. And oh no, get that. And I think we're going to put this just in here like that, and then we're can't use logistics structure if that's on nearby. Okay. Right, let's just use the drone. Oh, the other thing I do need is a spotlight. And the reason I made an odd number, or I'm making an odd number, is the fact that what we're going to get here is, let me just see, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need a wireless connector as well. And let me just see if we've got any more. Okay, we've got 7. We can put 1, 2 on that side, and 1, 2, 3 on that side. I just want to try and keep everything balanced. Let's cancel that. I mean, it's going to look very ugly. There's no point pretending otherwise. So a quick look at what's the... Say we're just going to auto group again. Cargo boxes. What's the... Oh, we've got 1,375 now. So what I want to do is come in here, hover vehicle, cargo box 1, cargo container. Put this all in the cargo container, and what we're going to do is change the constructor so that it points at the container controller. Right, I've got a fridge, so I don't really need to store anything there. I actually unlocked the wireless connector. I think that could be useful to have. I think that's in miscellaneous, isn't it? Yeah, we can make a wireless connector. Oh, didn't unlock it. I'm rushing. Slow down. Right, let's go. There it is. It's only going to make one of those. And I think what we're going to do now is we're going to transfer what we've got in here. Grab as much out of this as possible. This is the supplies that I want to take with me. And what we're going to do is just... Right, let's see. And what we've got, the fridge, so this can go in the fridge. So how much have we used up on the container control at the moment? 613, that's pretty cool. That's great. And right, I'm going to take out everything here. I'm just going to pick up. Now, I was a bit concerned about whether we're going to be able to take everything with us. This is now out of power, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to grab that, and we're going to pick that up. Right, we're going to pick up some of the, do the stuff that I want to put into the fridge first. So, oops. Just fill the fridge up. Okay, let me just play it. I'll put the milk fronds in there, put the oxygen in there. We've got plenty of oxygen, got plenty of fresh water. That can probably go there. I think we've probably got enough storage for the moment, so I can put that back onto that the toolbar. We've now protected our food supply, and might be even able to get this stuff in. So, this is going to be a problem. Oh no, we've got that there. I'm certainly going to hook that up. Okay, let me just think this through. Well, cannot use logistics. Right, container controller. That's going to be, that can go there, that can go there. Let's get the wireless controller on. I think this can go around the back, because at the end of the day, if it gets destroyed, it's not particularly that important compared to anything else that I've got. And part of the reason I'm leaving this space here is that when I put weapons on, this is where the ammo controller is going to be. So that's going to be part of the key process. Also need an armor locker. Actually, no, I don't really need to make that just yet. So we've now got logistics. Cargo box 1 and take this stuff. This doesn't have any weight on it as such, and probably put some little bit of this in here as well, and maybe the other one can take the spare items here. Container controller, alien plasma, rock in. Certainly going to need that. Keep the fuel. That can go in, and we'll put this in the fridge. And that is all my worldly resources stored in the hover vehicle. And I think maybe it's now time to... Oops. Ah. The reason I'm drifting down the side is that I haven't got the thrusters on. And luckily we bumped into a tree. You can see the whole kind of gamut is opened up all the way around us because we've now got the longer range detector. Press the Alt key and we got a little bit better visibility, give it a little bit of height. And we are now in business from the point of view of, well, it says, oh look, there he is. Okay, we've got to get out of here quick because then we've got to be a little bit careful on the water. I think we're going to head out. Let's get some height. It's time to get out of here ASAP. It says there's an island in front of me, but okay, this is another Xerox island. Thank you, game. What we're going to do is drive into the potential sunrise. We're going to keep away from these. This ship is definitely not built for dealing with anything type of combat whatsoever. Just, we're just going to keep going. Wow. Xerax territory is everywhere here. You can also see, if you look to the right there, I've reactivated the Hunt Predators missions for the Talon. He's almost like running a parallel course with me, which is a little bit worrying. Maybe if I go north around this island and see if I can get away from him. I don't have a lot of speed. Let me just get into. Let me just kind of get a bit worried about fuel as well. So let me just get into the small constructor. Trying out some more of these. As we got 21 minutes. I found a copper deposit. I just need to get away from Xerax territory so that I can kind of calm down and do a bit more work on this ship, get some guns on it. Certainly probably could do a spotlight. Oh, whether that was in front of me, I had a horrible thought suddenly that that was a patrol vessel that got round in front of me. Right. So what I'm going to do is head north. That looks horribly like some kind of base up there. Oh, is that an island? We found another copper deposit on this island. It looks like virtually all the really good stuff is under control of the Xerax, which could prove difficult. I'm just going to keep exploring. I know we are a little bit in the dark, but I mean, all I've got at the moment is a vast expanse of water. In fact, what I'll do is I'll keep going out exploring and finding, and I'll only come back if I see anything of any interest. Okay, one quick update. I have finally left Xerax territory. You can see here we're just now on the top of the map here. So it looks like, and it looks like there's no Xerax down here. So what we're going to do is fly into the sunlight, and maybe we'll just have a quick stop off on this island and have a quick look, see if there's anything here. I mean, the scanner's showing something, but I don't think it's actually on this island. But we're going to have a quick look, see over. What I'm actually looking for is any pentaxid crystals or anything like that. I'm just going to drop in here. And if I get ambushed by the patrol vessel, I am going to be very, very upset. But I think it'd be useful just to check these islands as much as possible. And the thrusters off to save a little bit of fuel. I need to spend a bit of time with the control logic so I can switch the hover engines off as well. That'll save a little bit of fuel. Right, let's just see if there's anything up on this island that's any value. What's that there? That's just a rock. Just because it's a small island doesn't mean it hasn't got anything on it that's particularly nasty. Some more silicon here. We're certainly going to take that. We're still in scavenger mode. And what I wouldn't mind is some berry trees, some herbal leaves, something like that, that will allow me to get some medicine going as well. Right, got some copper here. So I'm going to pick up that. I only got the one out of that. Okay. Right, this may be useful. Right, so we're just strolling into the edge of Xerax territory. Hopefully that won't attract the patrol vessel. The famous last words. I have to get ready to cut and run if he suddenly appears. What we got? No, there's nothing. Nothing here. Got a skeleton. Oh, what's that over there? Brief moment, that little speckles, I thought that might be a spitting bug, which would have been bad news. I'm not sure what that is. It's nothing. No, it looks like this. I was hoping, because if I saw these trees here, we might be able to get some herbal leaves or something. I'm just going to have a walk around the island and see what we can find. Of course, one advantage to do it. There's a slime monster. Leave him alone. In some ways, they're slightly more dangerous than the telepods, because they have a nasty habit of following you. There's some plant fibre over there, which we could just take for the XP. And there's a little bit more here. Some iron there as well. We'll take that. Because, as I say, we are in scavenger mode, so. Whoops. Hey, cut it out. Some silicon. Because the next step I want to work towards is an SV. Because that would be very useful. Actually, I just saw some up here. I'm sure I just saw an alien honey. Yes, that's great. We can get a couple of those. That means I can get my health up. Berry tree, yes, I'll take that. That's some more. We can do that straight away. Survival constructor. Take that. Oh, I thought I heard something. Some more. And I've been quite happy walking around with the. Wait. Yeah, I've been quite happily walking around here without the shotgun enabled. Well, we got a little bit of health improvement. There's a hover vehicle. Oh, I must have missed this on the way through. Certainly going to pick this up. And I'm just going to get back to the hover vehicle. Let's check over here to see if there's anything special. Yeah, there's some iron there. Certainly going to grab him. Anything else? Unusually, no pteropods. Just, turn the thrusters on. And what we're going to do is, I don't want to go west. Go north and east. I'm just going to get some heights. I presume this is the polar region here. Let's just get in here. Bridge. Come on, play out. Only want to get that in there. And put this into the container controller. And what we're definitely going to have to do is turn that into silicon ore. So, just to try and keep the weight down. You can hear the telepod beneath me. What we're going to do is go off in this direction and see what we can find to the east. What I really want now is a crash ship, something like that, or some kind of base so that I can set up some kind of working area here. We're still just flying over the top of Xerax territory, so I'm assuming a lot of the stuff that's to the south of us is going to be Xerax, which is going to be a little bit of a pain in the neck. Oh great, we're back in Xerax territory. You gotta be kidding me, game. Does Xerax own the whole planet? Well, let's just ease in. A little bit worried about the terrain here. I don't think we're going to stay on the water here, because this won't be the most stable of ships. So I don't really want to get up on this terrain unless I have to. In fact, I'd probably be more inclined. Yeah, great. And I'm not going to get past that, am I? I mean, we could try the Arctic. That actually seems to join. Oh, that's not even in bloomin' Xerax territory. Oh, come on, you're cheating. So there's an Epsilon defense, which isn't even in Xerax territory. Okay. So we've got plenty of fuel. I'm a little bit too close to this for comfort. I think we're just going to keep flying east for the moment. We are virtually right on the edge of. Yep, we've now picked up the polar region. I'm just going to fly around here. Now we've got a bit of cover. Can we sneak in this inlet here because we're outside? But we're not outside. What's the betting all the friendlies air terrain is down in the south and I'm in the wrong place? I just want to do a quick scope through here. No. Okay, we're going to risk it a little bit. Just going to fly through here. Yeah, we're in Xerax territory again. I think maybe if we have a good run at this, I should be able to get up over the top. This is where I run straight into something that's hostile. I mean, it still says there's something to the east, but I think I can afford to take a little bit of a chance here. That's rock, that's no good. We're just going to fly across here. Whoops, a little bit of flash on the graphics there. Xerax patrol, I bet you. Out up here straight away. Gotta be a bit careful. If we just plunge into the water, we will go underwater. Yeah, I bet you that was the Xerax patrol. So I'm not equipped yet because I will put guns on this, but I'm not exactly planning on making this into a combat HV. Well, not at the moment. What the? Yes, who the heck keeps firing at me? I mean, that's a vertical rock. So where the heck are you? This is annoying me. I know I'm taking a risk, but this is bugging me. No. Oh, looks like we've actually crossed the line. That was what the graphical flash was. I'm just going to keep going east. You can see the teleport's sinking. I mean, if we're going to have to go head to head with Xerax patrols, I'm definitely probably going to need some Gatling guns. Although, to be honest, taking down patrols with just Gatling guns, we need turrets really. I think just to wind this video up, what I'm going to do is we're just going to go and see if we can find the Talons. I think that would be, and then that's where I'm going to call it. I mean, we're not friendly enough to do anything in their territory, but at the very least it would give us an area to put down. And yeah, this is all Talon territory. I was hoping to find somewhere. Well, that little island there is like neutral territory. Right, we're now in Talon territory. What on earth is that? Some kind of tower in front of us. I just want somewhere where I can stop, take stock, do a little bit more work on this hover vehicle without the risk of being bounced by the patrol vessel or anyone else that's trying to annoy me. Like, what I could do is, right, we found some iron, but it's actually in Talon territory. And we found a Talon lookouts. And we found... Oh, you've got to be kidding me, game. There's drones there. And we're not in a position to take down drones at the moment. Taking drones down with a shotgun is probably not very good. I mean, I could try it with a assault rifle or something like that, but will it be worth it? So there's actually drones inside of Talon territory. Right, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do off camera is we'll fly around here, maybe come down south here, see if we can open up this area. But I can just find somewhere where I can be operational and get set up a little bit. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.